We have an insane week for the stock market. Honestly, a lot of volatility today. I think we are up like almost like 1% or less than 1% on the SPY, and then we dropped 1% on the SPY, which is kind of insane. We're gonna be talking more about that a little bit later. We're gonna talk about some supports and resistance while we look at the charts a little bit later. But first, let's talk about some news and how the stock market moved overall today. So NVDA is down over 7% today, which is kind of insane. Tesla almost 2%. We got some news with Tesla, kind of. Meta almost down, or Meta, Google, Microsoft, Google down. A lot of stocks down, honestly. Over the weekly, man, we got most of the tech stocks down with the tariff news and everything like that coming out. We got earnings from Target. Target is going to be giving out some key sentiment values too. Keep that in mind. Target does have earnings coming up soon, but let's talk about some news. Let's pull up the news flow just to talk about some news. So Bitcoin was up earlier, but we're kind of down with Bitcoin. I think we're at the 87th, or no, sorry, that's Palantir, bro. We're at the $86,000 level. We were up at like 94, I think, over the weekend, with some good news with Trump announcing that is going to be included, or they're going to be investing more into it. Kind of news that we've been waiting for over the for over a month, basically. With that being said, that is coming out Friday. He's going to be having a Bitcoin reserve meeting. But with that being said, we got ISM Monday, which was okay, but it was kind of bad, but good at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. We're going to be talking more about the numbers later. Tomorrow we got tariffs, but we got more news today. If Trump does indeed go live, we're still waiting on that. So he's going to be kind of announcing more about the tariffs, but it should be official tonight at 12, basically tomorrow. But Tuesday tariffs, we got China meeting on Wednesday. And then Friday, we got the non-farm payrolls, Jerome speaking, and Bitcoin reserve meeting. So keep that in mind. With that being said, we did have a decent push today with the SPY and everything like that. Even NVIDIA kind of going into the green at first, but then they went down. With that being said, before we go into the charts, let's talk about some other things. So we got tariff details. So effective March 4th, the U.S. will impose 25% tariffs on goods from Canada and Mexico, and additional 10% duty on imports from China. These measures aim to address concerns over illegal immigration, drug trafficking, and trade imbalances. So basically just making trade even with the tariffs that they put on us, we're going to put on them. But we might make a deal and make the uncertainty in the markets maybe come back. But we are kind of still in that downward trend. Keep that in mind. We are kind of going green sometimes, but honestly, not really. But with that being said, we do get that strategic reserve announcement. President Trump's proposal to establish a strategic cryptocurrency reserve has propelled Bitcoin's value to approximately 93,000, but now we're at 87. So keep that in mind. We do got some other things. So jobs data. So the February non-farm payrolls report scheduled for release this week will offer insights into labor market conditions that could bring the market up or down. We got Federal Reserve communications, remark from Federal Reserve's officials, including Jerome, like I said before. We'll closely monitor and indications regarding future policies, particularly in the light of potential economic slowdowns. So yeah. So basically we're kind of aimed for 2 rate cuts now. We're kind of aimed for 1, I think, before. So keep that in mind. That can move the market too. But that's kind of like basic news that we have. So let's look at the charts overall. So Bitcoin, we did indeed have, a big spike after Trump announced that. We went all the way up to that 94,000, almost getting that 95,000. We were talking about MSTR a little bit later and Coinbase, because Coinbase and MSTR is up, but you could have made a decent play on a put option when you seen Bitcoin dropping. Bitcoin normally drops during market hours sometimes, most of the time, honestly. But with that being said, we did drop a decent amount with Bitcoin. We're still up. But with that being said, we do still have a little bit of a gap to fill downwards. So if it keeps on going down, you can still play some MSTR and Coinbase puts. But I'd be very, very patient with that, because maybe after hours, you might see Bitcoin kind of go up a little bit more and then drop when market opens again. This might be a rinse and repeat play, but keep that on your mind, because honestly, man, I think, yeah, we were up at that 295. And if you would have played a put option all the way down to that 255, that would have been a parabolic play. I'm not even going to lie. Even if you got out early, even at that, even like $10 in the money, you would have still made a decent amount of money. These are good rinse and repeat plays. So if you do see Bitcoin up again, you might even see another dip. But honestly, just be patient and honestly look for the bearish trend first. I recommend looking at Bitcoin mainly. And if you see Bitcoin on a bearish trend, you're going to see MSTR and Coinbase in that bearish trend. We kind of seen the same thing with Coinbase. We're at that 237. Now we're at that 211. Still another parabolic play that you could have played today. Honestly, I mean, you're not going to see it probably not drop this much tomorrow, so don't like stay in too long. But once you see profit, take profit. You know, you can even do $10 in the money for both of these. I think MSTR you can maybe bet on $20, but honestly, just don't overstay your welcome because you might lose some money doing that. Another play that kind of scoped out, that I kind of scoped out, was a put option on SPY. So overall, SPY was kind of moving up and down on that 594 level down to that 591 level, and it was kind of just moving up and down for a little bit until we had a breakout. So basically, I think I played it up here because I've seen it consistently bouncing, and then it started selling. I sold down here on this line right here, like right here. Kind of sold a little bit too early, but at the same time, you know, you see profit, take profit. You don't want to overstay your welcome. Once I seen it overbreak this, I was like, oh, that's money right there, you know. But with that being said, I do recommend looking at SPY to the downside even more. We do still have these gaps to fill downwards from that Friday push up. So do look at these gaps downwards. So I do recommend looking at how it reacts to that 588 level. We break below that, I'll look at that 586 level to that 587, 587, 586, and then going down all the way to that 584 level. If we can break that 584, that'll be insane. That could be those tariffs kind of getting implemented. If the tariffs get implemented and we get some more retaliation, we might even see SPY down even more. So keep that on your mind. But back up to the upside, we do got gaps to fill upside too. But honestly, I wouldn't really play to the upside right now, especially with the market being uncertain. I do recommend just waiting until you get a push upwards and then playing a put option. Like always, if you do see the market overall down and you see a bearish trend, don't try and trade up against it. Just trade with it. So just like down here, like if you've seen it come down here, and you see it bounce up a little bit more, you kind of see it bouncing with these levels. That is a decent time to play. That's why I recommend having patience, because you see it push down, push up, push down, and you're like, okay, if it pushes up again, I'm gonna play it, you know. So it pushes up, and then you see this big sell off. You know, that's kind of probably why it sold off even more, because people seen that it bounced back off of this line, and especially it was on VWAP. It bounced off of VWAP. You see it bounce all the way down. A lot of people probably was like, okay, I'm just gonna get out. A lot of people probably sold at this time. That's probably why you've seen this oversell right here. With that being said, NVIDIA did have a big sell-off today too. That's kind of what kind of pushed the market downwards. Um, we're kind of at levels that we got to go on the 4-hour time frame to look at. With that being said, we are pretty low at that 116 level. If you guys are into like long-term plays, I do recommend loading up at that 116. And then if it drops out on 110, load up some more. I'm personally going to load up if I see it at that 110, because 110 is going to be very rare. And then if we bounce down below that 110, I'm definitely going to keep on dollar cost averaging into my long-term plays. And you can even buy a long-term call option, but I do recommend waiting until the market is back. Market is kind of neutral, but still in that extreme fear and stuff like that. So I do recommend being a little bit patient, playing some long-term options. But for your long-term plays, honestly, this is very underpriced for NVIDIA. So that is why I think NVIDIA is a good price right now for your long-term, but do wait, because we can break below that 115. So do watch that 115, and then going down 114, 112, and then 110. And then if we break below that 110, we can see 105, and maybe even that 100 level. If we break below that 100 level for NVIDIA, that would be insane. And honestly, just the best play you can probably scope out. Next, we're going to be talking about is Apple. So Apple kind of moved up and down today. Apple's kind of more like solid for now. But with that being said, to the upside, I do recommend looking at that 241 level, 243, and then that 244 level. We break above that 244, we can probably get 245, and then maybe, okay, this is a key word, maybe, just because of how the market is looking. We're still bearish overall, but maybe we can get up to that 250, but probably not, honestly. I'm just kind of just giving out levels for the rest of the week. With that being said, to the downside, I do recommend looking at that 240 flat, and then going down to that 245, and then all the way down to that 230, and then 235 for the end of the week. And or you never know, we might have a big push downwards. Tesla, we did look pretty decent with Tesla, and we even had a price increase. I don't know if it'll show up here. It won't show up here, but we did have a price target increase, which kind of brought it up at first. We did indeed hit past that 300 level. I do recommend looking at that 300 level for tomorrow if we do go up, but that's only if we go up. But to the downside, I do recommend looking at that 285 level first, and then going down to that 280 level, and then going all the way down to that 275 to that 274 level is going to be key to the downside. If we go past that 274 level, I would recommend looking at that 272 and that 270 level for Tesla. With that being said, Google's overall bearish, and it's been kind of pushing down. We did kind of get that push on Friday, but it didn't go up too much. and then we did get a push throughout the weekend. But with that being said, I think Google is still going to be on the downward trend. Google has a lot of bearish news. A lot of people are hating on Google right now. Honestly, if you really think about it, the search engine is kind of going down because honestly, I even use ChatGPT more than Google. You get your answers faster. I'm not, that sounds like I'm sponsored, but you get your answers faster, man. I think Google just has to go more into AI if they want their Google search to be better. They have like a Google search AI or something like that. I think they tried to implement that, but it's still not too good, you know. Like ChatGPT can really look into like every single website separately and give you like the best answer. And it just gets you your answers faster and it just helps you out more. And with that being said, more people going to like, you know, AI, artificial intelligence for their searches brings down Google's numbers and their ad revenue overall. So I think Google is still in the downward trend. I do recommend looking at that 170 level flat. If we can break down past that, I'll look at that 169 level, 168, 165, and maybe even 160 for the end of the week, which is kind of insane to think about. So keep that on your mind and on your radar. We got AMD still touching that 100 level. So I think going down, we might even keep on going down, especially like we're seeing tech sell off more. So I think AMD can keep on going down, maybe to that 99 and then look at that 98. And yeah, but basically, that's basically all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching the video. Smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. Comment W if you guys watch until the end. And I hope, honestly, man, we break out of this bearish trend, but it might honestly just be a long bearish trend, man. A couple months, and then we go back into the bullish trend. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe, has post notifications on, and watch some other videos. Peace out.